Aloha! Welcome back to my channel. I haven't posted in a while, but this is why here's a new video. I felt inspired again because I mostly share Insta stories on my Instagram and I haven't been posting a lot lately, but whenever I had a little inspiration, I loved sharing it with people there. So that's what I've been doing and it's brought me so much inner joy and happiness, and yeah, it's just something I love doing for whatever reason. But sometimes you don't need to know why a certain thing is the way it is. Just go with the flow, accept it, and awesome that I have something like this. So today the topic is being free is a choice. And the important part is that the choice is a conscious one, which means that you decide on this day forward, you will make choices that reflect your state of freedom. I mean, we already do this in our life. Every single day when you look at your life from the outside, the things you do, the things you say, they are all kind of wired in your brain. So what I mean by that is that we always, every single second, make a different choice. And if you are unaware of where these choices come from, what beliefs are behind them, what thought patterns are behind them, you are a prisoner without knowing it. You cannot have control over your life, over your thoughts, over what you're thinking, unless you are conscious and aware of your thoughts. So freedom comes down to two things, in my opinion. First, being able to let go of what other people think about you. Now, I'm not there. I hardly know anyone who really mastered this to the degree that they don't care about anyone's opinion. Because to a certain extent, I think it is highly important to still care about what others think, especially because your surroundings, the people you surround yourself, whether they are supportive or they actually bring you down, you have to evaluate that for yourself. They can still bring an enormous amount of value. And if someone who's important to you that you think they actually have a very good value set, so they know what is, in your opinion, a good way of living, of course you want them to agree with what you're doing to a certain extent. Although those people that really believe in you and trust you, they will put that trust in you to make the decisions that are right for you. Of course, they may state their opinions, but in the end, it comes down to what you love to do, what feels right for you. So trust your gut. Now, when I hear this, and I heard it a lot, people saying, trust your intuition. What is that? What does it mean? How do I manage to do that? And I'm still learning. I think that's the whole point of life, to grow and to learn. So my method is, and it's funny because it works best with another person, and it's called muscle resistance testing. At least that's how I know it. So you put your hand out like this, and then you have somebody else ask you a question, a yes or no question, and then they push on your arm. Now, please do further research. I don't really know the scientific background of why this works, but I can explain it in a sense that your body knows what's right for you. Like, it can't lie, it can't fake the truth, it can't do any of that. So it's the best direct way to bypass your mind, to ignore what this thing might tell you, because this thing is like wired of society's expectations, other people's opinions, what you read, what you heard, what you've been taught, what you were raised to do. So, and then there's your body, which is this thing that, of course, it responds to what your mind does, but in the end, if it's not right for you, your body will always know. So this is the first method to really stop, well, just focus on what you want to do. Have a very narrow field of focus, which means you can let all these other people's influences outside. Like, don't listen to them. Just focus on what you want to do. And like for me personally, my family has never been truly supportive of who I was, because I've been a free spirit, which for an Austrian family is difficult to understand. And of course they want my safety, and it's all coming from a kind of good place, but they're not doing and portraying these good feelings. They're just being counterproductive, so not really supportive. So how to deal with that is just to simply keep your distance. That sounds harsh, but that's really what helps, to set aside these people that are negative and will tell you you can't do something, and just decide, I'm gonna be free from this day forward of whatever anyone else is thinking. Because that's the true freedom that most people seek when they type in how to not care about what people think. So yeah, and then the second thing is to find something that really drives you. Like, it has to be something insanely epic and awesome. And one thing to determine what that may be is when you are the most jealous. Like, that is the simplest method. If you look, for example, on social media and you see someone with 10 million followers and you just are so jealous and you're like, oh my God, I wish I could do that. And of course, jealousy isn't a good feeling in that sense, so maybe try and look at it differently. But what helps with jealousy is feeling why you're jealous. Is it just because you're in general jealous of their success and lifestyle, or is it because you want that following and you want to have exactly that kind of success? And then just figure out how to do it, because doing that will, first of all, make you less jealous because you are doing something similar which will get you there and you're putting in the time. And yeah, so know what you want, try to focus very narrowly on what it is. Ignore the outside to a certain extent, as long as it feels good for you, and listen to your body. Really Google that muscle resistance. It's insane, and I've done so many tests with my boyfriend, who really was insanely skeptical because some tests we had to do like 5 times over, but from our experience we can only say it works amazing and everyone should give it a try. So yeah, if you're interested in more, feel free to subscribe. I also post on Instagram, but I do say my stories are the most interesting. They're kind of similar to this, and yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. If you have any other tips on how to be free or questions, I love to answer those. And yeah, I know I'm still a very small YouTube channel, but like, knowing that the last time on my video just one person commented, her name is Sarah, and she trusted in me and she told me her story. Like, I was like, this was so worth it, just having influenced this one person. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So if there's one person watching, thank you, and see you in the next video.